सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ. Having completed Gita Dhyana Slokas written by Madhusudhana Saraswati, from today onwards we are going to enter into the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, titled Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Arjuna's melancholy, in English translation they call it Vishada, means sorrow. Whose sorrow? Arjuna's sorrow. Arjuna Vishada Yoga means a topic. The topic of the first chapter is about the sorrowfulness of Arjuna. Why Arjuna is sorrowful? First, that foundation is given in the first chapter of Gita up to 11th verse of second chapter. Bhagavan Krishna comes to give his message in second chapter 11th verse onwards. Up to that shloka, 10th shloka of second chapter, from first shloka of first chapter, we get the foundation, the necessity of Bhagavad Gita. The context, we can call it Sandarbham. The context, how this Bhagavad Gita has come, why it has come, what is the necessity, what is the purpose. Like that, we get all details in the first chapter. Even though message comes from Bhagavan in second chapter, we have to give much more importance to the first chapter because this is the foundation. This message is relevant to all people, entire humanity. Even though Bhagavan Krishna is addressing to Arjuna, it is relevant to all people, all the time, at all places, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, any sect, language, gender. All these are irrespective of these conditions. This Bhagavad Gita is like a nectar for entire humanity. What is that topic given here? What is the foundation? In brief, if you want to see, it is samsara varnanam. Why sorrow comes at all? Why insecurity comes for a person at all? What is the reason? What do you mean by samsara? Samsara means insecurity or limitation or some sort of inadequacy, some sort of finitude in one's own mind. There is some sort of slight grief once in a while for which a person cannot withstand. What is that samsara? Just as doctors, every system of medicine has got their own parameters to diagnose the disease. Allopathy has got his own parameters. They take ECG, blood pressure, so many other tests, master checkup. They have their own list of parameters. If you go to Ayurveda, They also have their own parameters. They talk about Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So to diagnose the disease, before starting the treatment, they have to do the analysis of all these symptoms, parameters checkup. How they check up these parameters in Vedanta. Vedanta is also a treatment like for Bhavaroga or Samsara. Bhavaroga shows in three symptoms. One is raga, attachment. Another is shoka, sorrow. Third one is moha, delusion. Raga, shoka, moha put together samsara. Individual undergoes lot of attachment. Because of attachment, person undergoes it leads to the next symptom called sorrow. Sorrow comes because of raga or attachment. Attachment disturbs the person, love will not disturb. There is a difference between raga and prema, love and attachment. Now Arjuna is facing all these three symptoms. In the first chapter, it is shown he gets raga towards his own grandfather and other gurus, etc., relatives. He gets raga. In raga attachment, there is a selfishness. In love, there is no selfishness. In raga, there is a swartham, selfishness. Arjuna has got a slight swartham, selfishness. These people are my people. My people, they belong to me. That mamakara is a slight swartha in one's own mind. He is worrying about them. How can I kill them? How can I fight with them? In love, there is no any selfishness. It gives to unconditional love always. Love is unconditional. You never love a person keeping certain conditions. If you keep certain condition and love a person, it is not love. It is only an attachment. That is why Arjuna has got an attachment to Drona and Bhishma that leads to sorrow, next symptom. Second point is, in raga, there is a possibility of violation of dharma. What is right, what is wrong, that thinking, viveka, person will lose in attachment. Arjuna started giving up his own dharma, duty, as a Kshatriya in fighting the battlefield. That is because of raga. So that is another symptom of raga, different from the love. So attachment is selfish and conditional. There is a possibility of violation of dharma. These three are happening in Arjuna. Not only that, in raga, in prema, love, you don't violate dharma. You don't take up any unrighteous actions in love. In attachment, you will take unrighteous action, because Arjuna, as a Kshatriya, instead of fighting, he want to give up that and he want to take up sannyasa dharma, bhikshatanam. So that is called violating dharma, his own duty. And in raga, fourth point, there is only taking. You are always is a receiver, taking in raga. In prema, you always give. In love, you always give to others, either family members or society. You always give. You never ask for in return, in prema. So now Arjuna has got that taking, I want my people, that instead of giving good to the society by following dharma, he is thinking selfishly. That led to sorrow. So raga leads to sorrow for any person. Here Arjuna is a sample. Any person will have a raga expectation, this is to be happen, that is to be happen. If doesn't happen, he will get sorrow or she will get sorrow. It is definite. That is the nature of attachment. All expectations cannot be fulfilled. Therefore, it leads to sorrow. What do you mean by sorrow? What is the definition of sorrow? In sorrow, you will lean upon something all the time, like a walking stick. A person leaning upon a support. Insecurity feeling comes in sorrow. Limitation feeling comes in sorrow. And pity, self-pity comes in sorrow. Helplessness comes in sorrow. All these are the intertwined symptoms connected to raga, to sorrow. They lead, and the sorrow situation, emotions are overpowered. His mind is overwhelmed by worry, grief. Arjuna is undergoing that in the battlefield. Then that shoka of Arjuna leads to moha. For any person has got raga attachment, it goes to sorrow. Sorrow, worry, grief, anxiety, tension, that leads to delusion, moha. Third symptom of samsara or bhavaroga. Third symptom is delusion. Delusion means confusion, doing things wrongly, mistaking things or situations, people, and taking decisions wrongly. Try to implement those wrong decisions, and confused, deluded mind because of sorrow. Sorrow is because of attachment. Everyone's life, these three are overpowering. That is why person is confused, deluded, not able to take decision, in dilemma. Dilemma is always what to do, how to do. Like that, there is a type of stressful mind continues in the person. This is called samsara or bhava roga. This is the main disease. These are all three symptoms are because of ajnana, self-ignorance. Why these three symptoms are appearing? Vata, Pitta, Kapha, in Ayurveda, there are some problems in the body. They are the symptoms, they show up. Then doctor has to give treatment. In allopathy also, sugar, blood pressure, all these other symptoms, there is some problem in the body. Similarly, the samsara roga, bhava roga is not in the body, but it is in the mind. All these symptoms, raga, shoka, moha, attachment, sorrow and delusion are caused by self-ignorance, main culprit. So the treatment has to be given self-knowledge. Treatment happens to be self-knowledge. Atma, ajnanam is the cause for insecurity, sorrow, and delusion, then what is the solution? Atma Jnanam. Atma Jnanam is the Aushadham. That Atma Jnana Aushadham has to be given to Arjuna, who is overwhelmed, overpowered by Raga, Shoka, Moha. Every human being in the world facing this one day or other in the lifetime. Many days, many months, many years, maybe often, now and then, where a person cannot withstand. Then what a person has to recognize? The person who is under sorrow must discover a person who is free from sorrow. That means who is free from samsara, bhavaroga, he has to choose. Patient has to choose a doctor who can give the treatment. Similarly, here also, the one who has got these three symptoms, bhavaroga, raga, shoka, moha, attachment, sorrow and delusion, this person has to seek a person who is free from sorrow, attachment, delusion, bhavaroga, samsara. This person has got ignorance, who is suffering. That person, like a doctor, he must be free from ajnanam. He must have Atma Jnanam. This person needs Atma ignorance or dectomy, removal of ignorance must be done only by that person who is having knowledge. Bhagavan Krishna is one who has got self-knowledge to treat Arjuna who has got self-ignorance in the form of raga, shoka, moha. With this, Arjuna, once he has to recognize his helplessness, he approached Lord Krishna in this first chapter. He discovered that Lord Krishna alone is the solution for me. He alone can solve my problem. So Arjuna, in the first chapter, tried to give some self-medication. Self-medication means it is only palliative. He want to run away from the battlefield. He want to go to Rishikesh. He want to take sannyasa. Like that, he want to escape from the battlefield. That is not permanent solution. There are palliative methods, but permanent solution is only can be given by Lord Krishna. That is why Lord Krishna has to teach Bhagavad Gita. Since every human being faces these three problems in one's life, ignorance has to be removed. That Lord Krishna gives this message to the entire humanity. It is relevant all the time. It has happened in Dwapara Yuga, one yuga back, but till today it is relevant because the problem is same. Samsara, bhavaroga is same to the humanity. So it is relevant in Kali Yuga 2026 also. It is relevant. In future also, thousands of years in future also it is relevant. As long as humanity is there on this earth, human beings are there on this earth, Gita message is relevant. We have to understand this. The story part we should not focus. Even though the story part comes in this foundation chapter, we have to recognize the necessity of Bhagavad Gita, how it has come, under what circumstances it has come from Lord Krishna's mouth. What is that context is given in the first chapter. We have to focus on that message. Arjuna has recognized that problem. So recognition is half solution. Recognition of problem is given in the first chapter. Then surrendering to that person who is capable of removing my sorrow. Arjuna surrender to Lord Krishna. So the qualifications of a student also shown here. Helplessness you have to recognize. You have to approach a person who knows that remedy, solution, that is also given. And Guru Sishya, Guru is also a Shrotriya Brahmanishta, has been introduced in the first chapter. So Guru has to come, Sishya has to come. That introduction done in the first chapter. Then only teaching takes place. That is why this chapter is very, very relevant. Now we will enter into the first shloka. As I said, there is no prayer verse in Bhagavad Gita, but Puja Swamiji beautifully says, Dayananda Swamiji, even though there is no prayer verse, let us take an implied prayer word comes in Bhagavad Gita first shloka. What is that Puja Swamiji, Dayananda Swamiji mentions? Dhritarashtra. Let us read the shloka. Atha prathamodhyayah Dhritarashtra uvacha Dharmakshetre kurukshetre Samavitayuyotsavah Mamakah pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra uvacha. What is the meaning of Dhritarashtra here? Dhrita means firmly, Rashtra means universe. Implied meaning we are seeing here. How the word Dhrita conveys as a prayer with the second word Rashtra. Rashtra means universe. Dhrita means the one who sustains. So Dhrita Rashtra means implied meaning, hidden meaning. It is the Lord Bhagavan who is the sustainer of this entire universe. It's beautiful application of the prayer word. We can take it. Rashtra refers to the world, the entire universe. The one who sustains this entire universe is Bhagavan, the Lord. Therefore, the Lord is the meaning of this. Bhagavan is the meaning of Dhrita Rashtra. This is implied meaning. Opening scene begins from the palace of Hastinapura, where Dhritarashtra is sitting on his throne, who is blind by birth, and his younger brother Pandu alone was ruling for some time. Afterwards he left, he went to forest for meditation or contemplation. Dhritarashtra's younger brother Pandu. Even though he is capable of ruling the country, because of some circumstances he went to forest. Dhritarashtra is blind, therefore Yudhishthira, the eldest son of Pandu, became the ruler of Hastinapura, because a blind person is not supposed to rule the kingdom. Dhritarashtra cannot rule the kingdom. Therefore Yudhishthira is Dharmaputra, Kunti's eldest son. All those Kshatriya mothers keep their children's name with valor and courage. It refers to those meanings. They keep those words. Yudhishthira means the one who stands firmly in the battlefield called Yudhishthira. Not only that, he is a Dharmaputra. He is the blessing of Yamadharmaraja. Therefore, he is known as Dharmaputra also. Yudhishthira was ruling the kingdom Hastinapura. That time, because of some tricks, the Kauravas, 100 in number, they did some trick and they sent Pandavas to forest. 12 years forest life and 1 year incognito in exile without knowing to anyone. They have to live in the Hastinapura. Like that, under that condition, they were sent to forest. After 13 years, they want to come back and they want to rule that Hastinapura. At that time, they sent a word to Dhritarashtra. But Dhritarashtra is, by that time, Duryodhana became the ruler because Yudhishthira is not there to rule Hastinapura. Therefore, Duryodhana became the ruler of that Hastinapura. He is not ready to give even a wee bit of a piece of land to Pandavas. Therefore, Dhritarashtra knows Duryodhana's mind. So Dhritarashtra is also, because of blind love towards, not love, it is attachment. Because of attachment towards his children, he is not also ready to give that kingdom to Pandavas, to rule by Pandavas. That is the situation where battle became inevitable. Where that battle situation has taken place. So Dhritarashtra's second meaning is the son, who is the eldest son of Vichitra Virya. Dhritarashtra is the eldest son. So that Dhritarashtra is the another meaning of Sanjaya asked by Dhritarashtra in the palace Hastinapura, where the Pandavas and Kauravas arrayed in, assembled in the battlefield. So Dhritarashtra Uvacha. First, the opening scene is Dhritarashtra Uvacha. That is the context. This Dhritarashtra, when he is asking the question, what he asked? What are the words uttered by Dhritarashtra? Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yutsavaha Mamakaha Pandavaha. My children, Mamakaha. See that attachment. My children, Mamakaha. Pandavaha, Pandu's children. Pandavaha, those who are assembled there. Mamakaha Pandavaha cha eva. Kim akurvata, what they did in the battlefield, what they do. Kim akurvata, he Sanjaya, please tell me, where? Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre. In Dharmakshetra, the place is called Dharmakshetra, in the holy land. Dharma, it is a place where a person take up anything to perform, he will be successful, he will go to Swarga. That is the Punya Bhumi Dharmakshetra. That much power it is there in Dharmakshetra. That is Kurukshetra also. Kurukshetra means Kurunam Kshetram Kurukshetram. Dharmasya Kshetram Dharmakshetram. In that Dharmakshetre, seventh case, Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre. Yutsavaha means Yodhum Ichuhu Yuyutsuhu, the people who desire to fight. Yutsavaha means the fighters, those who want to fight in the battlefield, Yutsavaha, my children, and Pandavas, they are interested in fighting now. What they do in the battlefield, tell me. What is the philosophical background here? We have to understand. The word Dharmakshetra and Kurukshetra, we have to understand our body is also a Kurukshetram. Here also, in this body, there is a mind. In this mind also, there is samsara bhavaroga. So therefore, in this body called Kshetram, it is called Kshetram. Why it is Kurukshetram body? Body has come to do actions. Kru dhatu, to do actions. Kuru means to do actions. Only human beings can do actions. They can acquire punya or they can acquire papa also. If they do punya, it becomes dharma kshetram. If they do papa, it becomes adharma kshetram. But human body has been given to a person is only for the sake of moksha. By following dharma and doing good noble actions in this Kurukshetram, even devatas do not have that opportunity. Doing good actions and acquiring fresh punya, devatas don't have. When animals, other than human beings, animals, insects, birds also do not have, only human beings are having. That is why it is Kurukshetram. Body is the Kurukshetram, which is meant for Dharma Kshetram, to perform the noble actions so that you will get either Swarga or Moksha here. Highest benefit, highest security, highest happiness, permanent happiness. Therefore, this body is a Dharma Kshetram and Kurukshetram also. This is what we have to understand. Now Sanjaya is going to reply. Sanjaya is one who is working under Kauravas, like a minister. Sanjaya is able to, how Dhritarashtra is asking. Now let us read the second sloka. Sanjaya uvacha drishtva tu pandavanikam vyudham duryodhanastatha Acharyamupasangamya Raja Vachanamabravit. Why Sanjaya alone is there near Dhritarashtra? Why is Dhritarashtra asking only Sanjaya? Dhritarashtra asked Vyasacharya, I am not able to enter into battlefield. I am a blind person, but I want to see what is happening. I want to know, not to see, what is happening in the battlefield. I want to know, like breaking news, now and then, all the time, like flash news. I want to get that news. This is asked by Dhritarashtra to Vyasacharya. Then Vyasacharya said, okay, I will make some arrangement. How to do arrangement? Those days, no TV like nowadays, Doordarshan. Vyasacharya, by his Shakti power, he is a great Bhagavan Avatara. So he gave the power to see the far distant things by sitting in Hastinapura also. So he selected Sanjaya. So Sanjaya got that Doordarshan power. That means like a television. Sanjaya is sitting in front of Dhritarashtra and just he is watching the Kurukshetra battlefield, whatever is happening. Not only audio, videos, their dialogues, their pictures, he is seeing exactly what is happening in the battlefield, and he is able to communicate to Dhritarashtra Another extraordinary power is that he can read the mind of those warriors in the battlefield. That is why he is able to read the mind of Duryodhana. What Duryodhana is thinking, that also he points out here. Duryodhana's words, Duryodhana's movements, and Duryodhana's mental level of thoughts. Also, Sanjaya is able to see and hear and convey to Dhritarashtra. That's why Sanjaya Uvacha. What Sanjaya said, having seen Drishtva tu Pandava Nikam. This is because of Vyasacharya's blessings. So, all the correct news Dhritarashtra is getting. Pandavanikam Drishtva, Vyudham Pandavanikam. The arrayed army of Pandavas. Anikam means army. The army of Pandavas, having seen who? Duryodhana, King Duryodhana, Raja Duryodhana, because he is the ruler, Raja. Therefore, Raja Duryodhana, having seen the army of Pandavas, which is strategically arranged, arrayed their Chakra Vyuha, Garuda Vyuha, so many Vyuhas they are beautifully, strategically arranged there. Having seen them, Acharyam Upasangamya, he approached his Guru Dronacharya. Acharya. Acharya means the one who is deserved to be served. Achar means we have to do seva. Achinoti hi shastrani, the one who knows astra, shastra and lot of dharma shastra. Acharya. Acharyam upasamgamya, having approached Dronacharya. Abravit, Vachanam Abravit. Duryodhana spoke these words. Abravit, Brudhatu. For grammar students who are studying grammar, they can note these grammar points whenever I say. Not all the time, sometimes. Brunj Dhatu, Abravit, Lang, Lakara it is called. He spoke these words, Vachanam Abravi, these words. Tada, then. Then means in that battlefield at that time. Continuation. What Duryodhana spoke, what are those words? Comes from 3rd verse onwards. Now Sanjaya communicating the words of Duryodhana. What Duryodhana was talking to Dronacharya from 3rd verse onwards up to 11th verse of 1st chapter. These are all Duryodhana's words. We have to remember. Once in a while Sanjaya Dhritarashtra comes, very rarely. Only 3-4 times only. That's all. But Bhagavan Uvacha, Arjuna Uvacha only comes throughout Bhagavad Gita. So now you have to remember here up to 11th verse Duryodhana is talking. What he is talking to Dronacharya. I will read the shloka. I hope you are all having Bhagavad Gita in your hands. You also please watch the shloka. When I am reading, you also read mentally or verbally also. Your the thing is in mute. Otherwise, don't read loudly. You can read. Pashyaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Yudham Drupada Putrena Tava Sishyena Dhimata. He Acharya. Acharya, Pashya. He Dronacharya. He is addressing his own Guru. O teacher, O Gurudeva. He Acharya. Etam Pashya. Please see this army. Mahatim Chamum Panduputranam Yudham. This huge army, Mahatim Chamu means huge army, vast army. Why vast army? Really speaking, see the dividends of Duryodhana here. Duryodhana has got 11 Akshauhini Sainyam, army. 11 Akshauhini means and thousands and lakhs. It Akshauhini means in that you can calculate. How he has got so much army? In Mahabharata it is said, only Pandavas have got 7 Akshauhini, lesser than Kauravas. But you see here, Duryodhana says, Mahatim Chamum, Pandavas' army is vast army, greatest, biggest army. Before the war commencing, and Duryodhana and Arjuna, both of them went to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna was sleeping that time. He was acting as though sleeping. He knows both are coming. So first Duryodhana went to meet Lord Krishna. Anyhow, Lord Krishna is useful in the battlefield for Kurukshetra war. Let us meet. Duryodhana thought, and Arjuna also thought. First Duryodhana went. Then Lord Krishna is sleeping. What he thought? He don't want sit near the feet. He sat near the head. If he opens his eyes, he can see me first, Duryodhana thought. Then later Arjuna came. Arjuna sat at the feet of Lord Krishna. So after some time, when Lord Krishna opened his eyes, he saw only Arjuna first. Because a person who is lying down, he can see feet only. So he saw first Arjuna. Then Lord Krishna asked, what can I do for both of you? You all have come here. Then both were looking at their face, what to ask. Then Duryodhana also asked, we need your help. Arjuna also asked, we want your help. Then both are asking help. What to do? Lord Krishna is in puzzle now. He put one condition. Okay, before you are asking, I'll put one condition. What is that condition? Krishna said, see, my army one side, I am one side. You can choose any one, either me or my army. My army is a vast army. It will help to one group, either Pandavas or Kauravas. Whoever choose my army, that army will fight as a support for that side. And me also one side, whoever choose me, I will come and stand on that side. But I will not fight in the battlefield. I won't take any weapon. This is the condition Lord Krishna put. Duryodhana is so happy. He want to take army. Arjuna should not ask army. Like that he felt. What Krishna said, I saw first Duryodhana. He is the younger one. Therefore, I will allow him to ask first. Then Arjuna asked, hey Krishna, you come to our side. I want you. I want your support. I want your blessings. Please come to my side. Arjuna asked. This is what Krishna wants actually. Duryodhana also wants. Duryodhana expects that Arjuna should not ask army. Duryodhana also happy inside. Okay, condition, I am not going to fight. You don't fight, but be like a charioteer to me, Radhasarathi. You need not do anything. Then Lord Krishna said, okay. Okay means accepted. Then Duryodhana asked, okay, I want your army. Then Duryodhana got a whole army. That means his army and Krishna's army. So much army he is having. Still, his diffidence, you see here. Panduputranam Mahatim Chamum. You see the vast army of Pandavas. Panduputranam means the sons of Pandu. Panduputranam, Vyudham, arrayed, formed, led by whom? Drupadaputrena. Vyudham Drupadaputrena tava dhimata sishyena. Hey Guru, see the army of Pandavas, such a vast army, led by Drupadaputra Drishtadyumna. Your own friend Drupada and your own student the Drishtadyumna. Drishtadyumna dhimata sishyena. Drupadaputra means Drishtadyumna, Draupadi's brother. Drupadaputrena. That he is indirectly telling your own disciple standing against you to fight after learning all this Dhanur Vidya. He is standing there. He is leading the army. Oh Acharya, look at them. Continuation in 4th verse, Duryodhana continues. Further description of this army. Who are all there? Who are all their positions? Brigaders, there are a lot of soldiers, a lot of warriors, Maharadhis, Atiradhis, Ratha, Atiratha, Maharatha, like that. There are in that Artharatha, Ratha, Maharatha, Atiratha. So warriors, who are all there? Atra Shura Maheshwasaha Bhimarjuna Samayudhi Yuyudhano Viratascha Drupadascha Maharathaha. Atra Shuraha. Atra, in this army of Pandavas, Shuraha, valorous, who are many powerful. Maha Ishwasaha, Maheshwasaha, who are all great, powerful in bow yielding, arrows yielding, Dhanur Vidya. Maha Dhanurdharas, they are called Maheshwasaha, who yield great arrows. They are valorous, Shuraha, powerful. Many of them are there. That's why Bahuvachanam. Shuraha, Maheshwasaha. Shuraha, Maheshwasaha, all are adjective to warriors. Bhimarjuna Samayudhi, who are equal to, Sama means equal to, Bhima and Arjuna. My God, Bhima is so powerful. Arjuna is also so powerful. All these warriors, hey Guru, all these warriors are equal to Bhima and Arjuna. And Duryodhana is telling to Dronacharya, as though Dronacharya do not know. Dronacharya knows everything, how great, powerful they are. So, but Duryodhana wants to get Drona's attention towards for his success. Duryodhana wants. That is why he is pointing out all this. Yuyudhanaha, who are all there? Yuyudhanaha, number 1. That is Satyaki. Then Virataha, Virata Raja, the king of Virata country. and Drupadaha, the Drupada king, Maharathaha, they are all great warriors. What do you mean by Maharatha? Maharatha means not having big chariot in Arthamilla. Ratha means a chariot, Maharatha means a big chariot, the one who has got Maharatha. We should not take like that. Then what is the meaning of Maharatha? If you understand Maharatha, then you can understand Artharatha, Ratha and Atiratha. Maharathas are those people. There is one shloka. Eko dasha sahasrani yodhayed yastu dhanvanam dhanvanah shastra shastra pravinascha maharatha iti smrutaha maharatha iti smrutaha dhanvanam eko dasha sahasrani means one who can fight with 10,000 warriors at a time. 10,000 warriors single-handedly. Single-handedly who can fight with 10,000 warriors is the first condition. Ekodasha sahasrani yodhayet yastu dhanminam. All other opposite 10,000 also, all are great archers. They are all great in archery. And this person is also great in archery. 10,000 people he can single-handedly face. At the same time, he has to protect his charioteer, his horses also. The Maharatha has to fight. While fighting with the 10,000 warriors single-handedly, he has to take on his side the charioteer, his own chariot, horses also. He has to take care of them. They should not get wounded, and the charioteer also should not get wounded, and he should not get hurt. If charioteer get hurt or horses will get hurt, the warrior Maharatha cannot do anything. That is why he has to protect himself. He has to protect his charioteer. He has to protect his horses and fight with 10,000 people, warriors who are powerful in archery. He is called Maharatha. Understand? That is why this Drupada, Virata, Yudhana, all of them great Maharathis. Such a great, powerful army. They say in Sanskritam, Atmanam Sarathim cha Ashwan Rakshan Yodhayet Yena Saha. The one who fights by protecting himself, Atmanam, so Sarathim and Ashwan, fighting with 10,000 warriors. They are called Maharathas. Drupada is also a great Maharatha. And Duryodhana continues up to 11th verse. Beautiful, you can feel that whole Mahabharata in front of your eyes, or movie, whatever serial, what you have seen. So now we'll go to the 5th verse. Drishtaketuschekitanaha Kashirajascha Viryavan Purujit Kunti Bhojascha Shaibhyascha Narapungavaha. Duryodhana continuing, enumerating the names of all the kings who are all there in that battlefield. Drishtaketu, whose flag is frightening the enemy, is called Drishtaketu, means flag. Drishtaketu means whose flag is frightening. Flag itself is frightening the enemies. That is why he kept the name to that. Drishtaketu. Chekitanaha. Chekitanaha, another Raja. Viryavan, another Raja is Kashi Rajaha. Balavan, powerful king of Kashi. Chekitanaha may be the powerful king of Kashi. Kashi Rajaha Chekitanaha, we have to say. Purujit, who create kingdoms, Purujit, who conquers the kingdoms, Purujit. Purujit is another. Kunti Bhojaha, Shaibyaha, the Shaibya, and Narapungavaha. Purujit, Kunti Bhojaha, and Shaibyaha, Narapungavaha. These are all, who are they? Who is the best among men? Narapungavaha, Naranam Pungavaha. Nidharane Sashti, among those Narasreshtaha. These are all great people, warriors. Next verse, number 6. Yudha manyuscha vikrantaha uttamaujascha viryavan saubhadro draupadeyascha sarva eva maharatha. Vikrantaha Yudhamanyuhu. Moreover, Cha means moreover, not only these warriors, see, some more are there, many more warriors. Moreover, the powerful Yudhamanyuhu. Next, Viryavan Uttamaujaha. Viryavan means Mahashaktiman, valiant, Uttama. Uttamaujaha. Saubhadraha. Subhadrayaha apatyam puman Saubhadraha. Abhimanyu. Draupadeyaha, the sons of Draupadi. Upapandavas. Who are the Upapandavas? Their names are also given by the commentators. From Mahabharata, they write. Either you have to read Mahabharata or you have to read about commentators. Some commentators. Sridhar Swami wrote a commentary on Bhagavad Gita. He mentions all Upapandavas' names. Who are they? Prativindya, Shruta Soma, second son of Draupadi. Third son of Draupadi, Shrutakirti. Fourth son of Draupadi is Shatanika. Fifth son is Shrutasena. Shrutasena. Prativindya, Shrutasoma, Shrutakirti, Shatanika, Shrutasena. They are all come under Draupadeyaha. Sarve eva Maharathaha. My God. All of them are Maharathaha. You remember that what is the meaning of Maharatha. How great they are. Then 7th verse I introduce. Now he is going to compare and contrasting both the armies. Asmakam tu vishishtaye tani bodhadvijottama nayaka mama sainyasya sanyartham tan bravimite. Asmakam, he Dvijottaman, he is addressing his guru. Acharya he addressed in the beginning. Now he is addressing as Dvijottaman. Dvijotta means Brahmana Sreshtaha. He Dronacharya, who is Brahmana Sreshtaha. Dvijanam Uttamaha Dvijottamaha. Different from a Prakrita Purushaha. Dvijanam Uttamaha means a Samskrita Purushaha, most refined personality, Dronacharya. That's what Samskrita Purushaha is called Dvijaha. The one who has got Brahmana, he becomes, when he takes that Ignopavitam, he is known as Dvijaha. So, Dvijottamaha, among those Brahmanas, you are the best one. Tan Nibodha, may you know. Tan Nibodha, may you know. What you should know? He is asking his Guru, you should know what? Ye Vishishtaha Asmakam tu. Now, those who are prominent, Vishishtaha means who are prominent, who are all prominent, Ye Vishishtaha Asmakam tu. From our side also, among us also, Nayakaha, the leaders, Mama Sainyasya, of my army. See, he says my army. Our army he won't say. That itself shows the way he talks. When Dronacharya is fighting in his side, he should say our army. But he says what? Mama Sainyasya. That's Swartha. Mama. Okay. Bravimi tan te Sanyartham. For the sake of information, Sanyartham. To remind you, you know, but for information's sake, I am mentioning them to you. Continuation. He is going to enumerate on Kaurava side also. Details in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevabhasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.